Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Either way, welcome. I apologize in advance if I have lipstick on my teeth, but that's a classic of me. I always have it, and yeah, that's not the point of this video. Also, my quarantine fail is not a point of this video, so ignore all of this and let's get right into the meat of the matter. Basically, I've been wanting to tell this story for forever, and so yeah, I'm gonna do it in this video. And a lot of people, like, basically nobody that I know see this coming from me because I'm seen as a reasonable person in my circle of friends, or like anyone for that matter sees me like a reasonable person, like a really rational and driven human being. So when I tell them that I saw an UFO and like a crazy, like god tier, like oh my god, UFO, people people go crazy. People tell me like like were you okay? Like, did you do drugs? Did you smoke? Like, what did you do? That's not you. I know it doesn't sound like me if you know me, but this happened to me. I'm not making this up. um it's pretty crazy. So, hence I also have another witness, but the the tricky thing is that the other witness, aka my mom, has a slightly different version from me. I know what I saw. I saw what I saw. I know that was real. If my mom saw something else, like something more, I don't know. I don't know if I didn't see it. So I just know what I saw. Well, okay, let's start with the story. Basically, like I said, I was with my mom and we were on vacation. We were on vacation together. And we were taking a stroll down the street at night because I'm gonna just like lay out all the info so that that you know like where and when this happened. This happened in the island of Ischia. That, I don't know if you know, it is an island in the Gulf of Naples in southern Italy, and it's a terribly beautiful place. Like, it's a breathtaking place. I do recommend you to go there on vacation, and it's no stranger to UFO sightings. And so yeah, me and my mom were on vacation in Ischia, and every night we like to take a stroll down the streets of the island because it's a really safe place, actually. Like, little to nothing happens there. Like, it's not like some other places in Italy that you're like, oh my god, what if I get stabbed at night, or even worse. But it's safer. And so we were like walking down the street, and we walked all the way to Castello Aragonese. I think I can translate it as Aragonese Castle. It's basically a castle that's in the middle of the sea. It's connected to the ground with a bridge, with a stone bridge. And so like you can walk your way from the island to this smaller island where the castle is. And a lot of people go there at night because the castle is closed at night, but it's lit up. It looks beautiful. And so yeah, me and my mom, we walked all the way there, and we were like on the stone bridge because a lot of people go there at night. It's a very romantic place, really cute place. And we sat on the, why I didn't do my research for the English vocabulary for this video, whatever. We sat on the, not the bench, but like because there are not like seats, but you know, the final part of the bridge, like this is the bridge and these are the its limits, and they're made in stone, and there is a small seat all along the bridge. And so we were sitting, my mom was sitting, I don't remember if she was sitting on like the top of the limit of the bridge, or like in the seat under. I was sitting on the top, like, so there was like the bridge from the side and the sea from the other side. I was like there, the sea and the rocks from on the other side. And I was looking at the sky, and me and my mom, we were looking at the sky, and also like the time. I want to say the time and the place so that I can, I don't know, that maybe someone working in the field can figure out something, like what happened on this freaking day. It was in the island of Ischia. It was Friday the 12th July of 2019, and the timing was around 10 p.m. and like a little later, I think, not early, like a little, like a 10:15, I think, me and my mom, we were sitting there and we were looking at the sky, because where we live, we don't see the sky at night. We see the like we live in the city, so you know, it's a pretty big deal to see the sky at night, for real. And yeah, so we were able finally to see the stars after 1 year of watching like a piece of black stuff in the sky. And so we were like, okay, let's look at the stars, because it doesn't happen where we live. And we were looking at the stars, and all of a sudden the stars start moving. Like we see a group of stars like moving in the sky, flying in formation, in a very neat formation. I can figure out a shape, but it was like, I don't know, like 2 here, and then 1 here, and then 2 here, and then 2 more here. It was something like that. It was a pretty oblong formation. They were really spaced out amongst one another, and they were like, I can't remember how, I didn't count them, but maybe 12, 15, something like that. They were like a lot of them, and they were like traveling through the sky, and they looked like stars, and they looked like basically very, very, very high vehicles, like some kind of plane that was flying really high in the sky. And so I was like, who is flying at night in this formation at this time? What the heck? My mom was like, what the heck? We were like, what? Like, there is this fleet over our heads, like going, like we were like sitting like this, and the fleet was going this way, and we were like, whoa, we saw a UFO. We saw some UFOs. That was crazy. Like, that's a pretty big kind of sightning. And boy, we were in for a treat. Like, we thought it was over. We thought it was. It wasn't. It was only just beginning, because we looked again at the sky and we saw the unspeakable. We saw, I can't make this up and I can't quite explain it. We saw rings of lights, like they were like connecting and snapping like this. They were like made of plasma, it looked like. They were rings of lights floating in the sky. I think they were really high. And if I have to like think about the size, I think that if they came down, they would have taken maybe, I don't know, like maybe half or a quarter of the bay, I think, low-key, but surely they would have, they were bigger than the castle, surely. And they were like pretty high in the sky, I think. I think they were a little lower compared to the fleet we saw first. But they were like, I can't count them either, but it's a very disorganized formation. Like, they weren't flying in formation like the fleet. It was just a huge bundle of rings made of light, like oval rings made of light, and they were like connecting and snapping, and floating and swimming through the sky. And they were like getting into conglomerates, into how can I say, like crumbs, and then they were like separating because there were like 2 or 3 of them, and then 4, 5, 6 all together, and then snap, and there were also sparks flying through this big group of things. And it was like, you know, when fireworks go off and there are those little sparks flying, those little sparks, they were like emitting those little sparks. And the cute thing is that they weren't like a plain white, they were really, really colorful. They were like, for me, this is where my story and my mom's story start diverging a little. I saw a prevalence of greens, reds, and yellows. My mom agrees, but she says that she also saw some blue and pink. I didn't see as much of a blue and pink in my opinion, but I saw what I saw. I saw green, yellow, and red rings. And there were like at least 2 of them. They were like these 2 big groups of like connected rings, and then one of them like kind of dissipated, and the other one instead kept being like I can't make up words. It kept itself together, and they looked like they were rolling or like swimming through the sky. It's like it was like the fleet we saw first like acted as a sort of bodyguards for these things in the sky. And it did, I was really confused, because I was like, this is not a vehicle. Like, these are not planes, these are not ships, spaceships or whatever. And neither they are living beings, right? Because the only way I can describe it is that they were living light, living plasma, because they didn't look like living conscious beings. They had nothing human or like animal-esque, if I can say so. They were literally rings of light, but they looked like they knew where to go. They were like flying together in this very disorganized group formation. They were rolling and swimming through the sky. So to me, it looked like they had a sort of, I don't know, intelligence. Like, they were like, we go this way. But they didn't look anything like living creatures. It's and the closest thing that I can compare them to is a power-up that you can find in a video game called Chicken Invaders and Invaders. I know I'm sounding mental right now, but if you wanna see this thing, because I will explain later why I don't have any footage or pics. But if you want to see like the closest thing to what I'm describing, go Google Chicken Invaders Power Up, and you will see like the first search result, the first pick is this, like I told you, this triangle made of 3 oval rings of light connected, red, yellow, and green. And that is exactly what I saw in the sky. I'm not making this up, because I showed it to my mom And my mom was like, holy crap, this is our UFO. And so like, it's not that I'm like, oh my god, you saw it in the sky because you played the game. No, no, no. Like, it's just a very, very, very neat comparison. But hopefully I will get to put it in the thumbnail or in the video. I don't know, I suck at editing, I'm still a newbie. But like, I told you how to Google it. If I put it in the thumbnail or in the video, then there you are, you saw it. But I also told you how to Google it, so don't complain. So now you can imagine how in the heck I felt and my mom felt like in that moment. Well, actually, you can imagine how I felt, but not how mom felt, because my mom, she was chill. She was so chill. She was like, oh, UFOs, aliens, I knew they existed. She was like, hi guys. She was chill. I was screaming. I was like, I screamed, like I was saying, non lo accetto, io questo non lo accetto. I was like, I don't accept it. I don't accept this. I was like screaming under the night sky and the aliens, whatever they were. I was like, I don't accept this. I don't accept this. That's like I told you, I am a pretty driven person. I was flabbergasted, so I was screaming in disbelief, like I don't accept this. And I also like slowly made my way back a little lower. Like I told you, I was sitting on this sort of bench, let's call it bench, and then there was a lower bench, and I went from this to this because I was like, I'm gonna legit fall onto the rocks. And so I sat lower because I was like, let me take a safer seat. Let me take it. I'm not feeling well. And I was like, I was screaming, I don't accept this. I don't accept this on loop, basically. And so my mom whipped out her camera, but our tech gadgets back then and low-key now sucked. My mom has a very sucky camera, so when she took the I'm tired. Oh my god. Oh god. When she took the camera and started recording, like it came out really sucky. You can only see a bunch of lights and it doesn't look really, it doesn't, like you don't see the ringlets in there, their look, how they actually did. Like you only see like some shiny dots in the sky. It looks horrible. I tried to make a recording too, but let me show you the phone that I had until last year. Until last year, I had this potato right here. Because when I get a phone or whatever, a PC, I try to milk them as much as I can. So yeah, I kept this baby for 5 years. And I regret not changing this earlier, because now maybe I would have a nice footage of my UFO sightning. But I made I'm tired. A recording and some pics with this freaking thing, but they looked horrible. They looked worse than my mom's footage. And so we don't have basically anything to prove what we saw, because the footage we took and the pics we took, they suck, and you can't literally tell anything. Like it's just like the dark sky and some random sparkly dots. So yeah, like nice job, girls, nice job. Like we just like did a flawless job, or like UFO hunters, like slow clap. And also, like, only to make matters worse, I regret, this is a decision that I will regret my entire life, to not scream, people, look up, frick, look the F up. Nobody was looking up. I swear, nobody. Like, there were a few people around us. It wasn't crowded because at that moment in the night, like, it's pretty lonely and it's peaceful, but at least a couple of people, like, there were a couple of people around us, and I and my mom, like, we didn't scream, people, look up, like, there are literal UFOs over our heads. I didn't do nothing. I was in shock, but I still regret that I didn't do nothing, and my mom didn't do nothing, and we say it all the time, we should have, like, screamed, like, to the top of our lungs, but we didn't do anything. And so yeah, this is our secret, our thing. Nobody else saw it, and it's ridiculous because in that spot of the bridge, it's lonely, but if you walk your way towards the island, the bridge is really crowded. Like, a lot of people go there to party. And so, like, how stupid humans are. Like, there is, like, a bunch of people there, nobody looks up to the sky, to that monstrosity, like monstrosity, like, it's a monstrosity, like, in a, like, who sees this? Like, it's really, it was simple, like, there are ringlets of lights, but, like, I swear, it hits you really hard, and they were actually really pretty. And so yeah, I don't wanna, no offense, alien, like, I didn't say monstrosity as an offense. And yeah, I was, like, also terrified. I was downright terrified because I was like, these are here and they're so close to the earth, and what are they going to do? Like, I was like, are they gonna, like, laser me right now? Like, I'm looking at them. Do they want to look at them? Do they want me to look at them? Or, like, are they gonna get defensive and, like I said, like, shoot a laser or anything? I was like, ugh! So I think I also didn't scream because I was like, oh frick, they're gonna laser me. And yeah, but they didn't. And so since then, I'm like, I wish I saw them again. Like, I wish that I will see them again one day because they look cute. They look hella cute. So yeah, they don't attack. So I hope to see them again because they looked really cute, and maybe to, like, snap a pic or do a nice footage now that I have this wonderful unit of a phone that I'm filming on right now. And so yeah, after this really chaotic moment, this really shocking moment, me and my mom, we went to a bar and we ordered 2 lava cakes and tried to calm ourselves down in front of the chocolate lava cakes because that was, like, the right thing to do in that moment. So yeah, and that's the end of the story, guys. So, did you ever see something like this? Like, comment below if you have a story similar to mine. If you ever saw something like this, please tell me, because I've also been looking for some kind of similar sightning around the internet, and I saw something similar still in the island of Ischia. Like I said, this place is no stranger to this kind of things. And, like, my mom a while ago showed me the footage of a sightning happening, I don't know how many months ago, but there was this thing flying through the sky and it looked, like, really similar to what we saw. But I want more, guys, like, please come forward, tell me your story, and please, if you recognize something from what I told you, please let me know, because I need to piece this puzzle together. Like, this is an X-Files episode. Like, I need to know that I know the truth is out there. I need to know what the heck I saw, what the heck we saw, me and my mom, because we did see something we weren't high on drugs, we don't do drugs, and we desperately need to know what we saw. So you're welcome. Like, your feedback is really, really welcome. And so yeah, that was a story, and I'll see you soon in another really, really, really poorly made video of mine. See you soon, guys. Have a nice day. Hi, you thought. Basically, I am stupid, guys. I am stupid and forgetful. So I took off my lipstick because of reasons, but I just remembered another part of the story that I forgot to tell you. And basically is that when the second fleet went away, after that, me and my mom saw a big, really big globe of light. Well, like, not really big like the moon, but it was a pretty fat star. That's a thick star. A really thick star was like traveling along the other two fleets. It was following them. So yeah, just this, like, it wasn't over yet. Like, it was really crazy enough, but it wasn't over yet. So we saw this really very fat point of light traveling through the sky, following the two fleets. So yeah, that's the full story now. This is the full story. And again, if you have any information or a similar story to tell me, please comment below. And I'll see you again in the next video, and have again a good luck. Have again a nice day or a nice night. And I need to stop because I can't film or do anything with criteria. Yeah, so